think, there's going to be times where they're not going to be available. And they haven't always been available to us, It's not like they've spent every minute of every game on the pitch together, along with Joe Allens and Ashley Williams. It's been well documented that we've struggled to get all the best players on the pitch in consecutive games. And the more we do it, the better off we're going to be, of course. But as we've seen, is when we've had to call other players up, they've always come in and done a great job for us. And the strength of the group is not just we've got 2 world-class players, which we have. The strength of the group is togetherness in it, and that's always been evident. So going forward, we're not always going to get Gareth or Aaron, and we have to deal with that. And then the players who come in and will have to step up, and they've generally done that.
You've had an issue, maybe, if there's been one issue, it's been making sure that you had a sort of striker, an out-and-out striker in the side. So you have the chance to experiment with something potentially a little different in this game, don't you?
Yeah, I think on the back of the last game where Tom Lawrence come on at half-time, we did very well. Okay, we're playing against a team now we're expected to beat in Andorra, all due respects, but nevertheless it's his debut, and he did really well. He's done excellent since he's been involved in the camps, in the training. He's looked good, and now we see him at Blackburn and he's starting to find his feet a little bit. So yeah, we like Tom a lot, and that Friday night could be a good chance for him to show us that he's capable. We've got the likes of Johnny Williams, who we haven't handled for a long time, who figured against Andorra, and he's had his trouble with injuries, but he'll be back in the fold, which is good news for us. We've recalled George Williams, who has not played for Fulham yet in the first team after his long-term injury, but he's played 4 or 5 reserve games, so he could figure at some point on Friday night. It'd be nice to have him back. And then you players like Emma Hughes, Adam Henley, Paul Dummett yet them to play to start in the game. All these players is an opportunity that at some point, if not from the start, they could get some game time.
And it could be new caps then, potentially.
Potentially, yeah, absolutely. We've brought in young Tom Bradshaw, who's been doing a great job for Walsall, scoring goals. And it just gives these new ones, if you like, a bit of experience, a taste of it, of what's to come and what's expected. And sometimes it's not for everyone international football. I keep saying that. It's different to club football. And when you're away on a long camp, and it's not for everyone. So it's interesting for us to see how they cope with it, how they integrate with the rest of the players, how they deal with it, what the demands are, we can get a lot out of camps like this. So to go back to your first question, Bryn, games like this, it's not just about the result. Of course, we want to get a result. You learn, especially from our younger players, and we've got a considerable amount in this camp. There's other things we can get out of it.
Last one. Would you ever anticipated before, a year ago, that you'd be playing Holland as the team that qualified and Holland as the team that hadn't qualified?
Yeah, it was amazing. We were just looking at the stats from the game in Amsterdam 2 years ago, where they beat us 2-0. That game we had no Rambo, no Bailey, we had no Ashley Williams, we had a lot of players missing. But the lads who came in did a great job for us, and we looked at the possession, because Holland are a possession-based team, and I think we had 48% of possession. Somewhere along those lines, which is really good. In Amsterdam we lost the game, but the lads did very well, and that was them on the back of finishing the season, being together, playing in games ready for the World Cup. It was the last game for them before they went to the World Cup, and they got to the semi-finals and they finished 3rd. And 2 years on, it's us going into a major tournament, not them. And to be honest with you, I wish Holland was there. You want, the big teams to be at the tournament, and of course they're a force. The history suggests that, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, it's funny how 2 years on, it's us preparing with a couple of friendly games going into a major tournament, and not the other way around.